The threat posed to the U.S. mainland by Irma, described by NHC forecasters as a potentially catastrophic storm, loomed as Texas and Louisiana continued to reel from widespread destructive flooding from Hurricane Harvey. Hurricane warnings, the highest level of NHC alerts, were posted for several of the Leeward Islands, including Antigua, Barbuda, Anguilla, Montserrat, St. Kitts and Nevis, as well as for the U.S. and British Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic. Preparations to protect life and property should be rushed to completion, the Hurricane Center said, warning that Irma will bring life-threatening wind, storm surge and rainfall hazards to those islands. "I am worried because this is the biggest storm we have seen here," said Jonathan Negron, 41, as he supervised workers boarding up his souvenir shop. On a nearby beach, where come surf on Tuesday belied the fury that Irma was forecast to bring. Denise Watkins, 52, of Midlothian, Texas, was reconsidering her vacation plans. "I just got off the plane, and I already want to leave. I do not want to be here for this storm," Watkins said. Pointing to boarded-up oceanfront windows, she said, "I see everything covered up like that and it makes me nervous." At 8 p.m. EDT, 0000 GMT, Irma was about 85 miles, 140 kilometers, east of Antigua in the eastern Caribbean and moving west at 15 miles per hour, 24 kilometers per hour, according to the NHC. Maximum sustained winds of 185 mph, with hurricane force winds extending 60 miles, 95 kilometers, from the storm center, forecasters said. The NHC said Irma ranked as one of the 5 most powerful Atlantic hurricanes during the past 80 years and the strongest in the Atlantic storm outside the Caribbean Sea and Gulf of Mexico in NHC records. Storm upgraded. The storm was upgraded to a Category 5, the highest NHC designation, earlier in the day. While some fluctuations in intensity are likely, Irma is expected to remain a Category 4 or 5 for the next couple of days, the Hurricane Center said. Puerto Rico Governor Ricardo Rossello urged the 3.4 million residents of the U.S. territory to seek refuge in one of 460 hurricane shelters in advance of the storm and later ordered police and National Guard troops to begin evacuations of flood-prone areas in the north and east of the island. "This is something without precedent," Rossello told a news conference. Police later confirmed that a 75-year-old man died while preparing for the storm in the island's central mountains. Authorities in the Florida Keys called for a mandatory evacuation of the island's visitors to start at sunrise on Wednesday, and public schools throughout South Florida were ordered closed, some as early as Wednesday. Residents of low-lying areas in densely populated Miami-Dade County were urged to move to higher ground by Wednesday as a precaution against coastal storm surges, 3 days before Irma was expected to make landfall in Florida. Several tiny islands in the resort-heavy Eastern Caribbean were the first in harm's way. Gary Randall, head of the Blue Waters Resort on Antigua's north coast, said the staff had boarded up windows, stripped trees of coconuts and fronds and secured anything that could become a hazard. "I wasn't that nervous yesterday, but today I'm nervous," Randall said by telephone, adding that he expected the hotel's beach to be swept away and much of the 108-room property to be flooded. Hurricane watches were in effect for Guadeloupe, Haiti, the Turks and Caicos Islands and the southeastern Bahamas. Airlines canceled flights to the region, and American Airlines added 3 extra flights to Miami from San Juan, St. Kitts and St. Martin. Irma is expected to become the second powerful storm to thrash the U.S. mainland in as many weeks, but its precise trajectory remained uncertain on Tuesday. The Atlantic hurricane season ends on November 30. Residents of Texas and Louisiana were still recovering from Hurricane Harvey, which struck Texas as a Category 4 hurricane on August 25. It dumped several feet of rain, destroying thousands of homes and businesses, killed an estimated 60 people and displaced more than 1 million others. Texas-based television producer Brian Eckert, who endured the upheaval of Harvey last week, found himself on Tuesday in the path of Irma as he and his wife sought to take an ill-fated sailing getaway to recoup in the British Virgin Islands. "We thought we'd have a nice trip to Island Hop." Eckert, 50, an employee of the NBC affiliate station in San Antonio, said by telephone as he hunkered down on the second floor of a Tortola hotel. "I thought this would be a vacation.